What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz, but nobody cares. So, moving on. If you guys are new and you're wondering what this is, I will throw up the rules on screen in a second for how this whole thing breaks down. Very simple, but what this is, it's a tournament of 100 characters, and then, well, just a big tournament format. Each day on the channel, I upload one matchup from the tournament. Then in the comment section, we vote for who we would rather see as a DLC character between the two characters that are in the match for the day. So, yeah, let me just bring up the rules here. Alright, so the rules are very simple. One of the more important ones is, remember, this is just for fun. It doesn't matter. This tournament, again, I can't stress it enough. It's just for fun. If a character that happens to be in the matchup for the day just so happens to be an assist trophy, maybe they already have a me costume, maybe they're already a spirit, maybe they're whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. This is basically a place you show up, you like a character and you want to show a little bit of support for him. Like for me, for example, I'm a big Waluigi fan, and if I had the chance to support Waluigi to be playable in Smash, I'm going to do it. I don't care that he's an assist trophy. I want to see him playable. So if you have a character that's like that, you know, show a little support here and there. Why not? Nothing can, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad to show support. But, yeah. Keep in mind, it's just for fun. Another very important rule, you only get one vote. How do you vote? Down in the comments, you type who your vote is for between the two characters in the matchup for the day. So today's matchup is Karate Joe from the Rhythm Heaven franchise, taking on Captain Toad from, I guess, the Captain Toad series. So you vote for one of those in the comments. You are allowed to vote for both by simply typing both. Very simple, but again, you only get one vote. The rest of the rules, this is a double elimination tournament, meaning any character that loses, they have to lose a total of 2 times before they get officially eliminated from this tournament. If there's ever a tie in the voting once we get to the results, I'll flip a coin on camera. Best and fairest way to break the tie. It does happen. It's happened a few times. You know, I hate when it comes to it, but again, just the fairest way to do it. Then the last rule, voting-wise, for each matchup is only open for 1 week. So that means today's Tuesday, which means we'll get the results of this matchup today, next Tuesday. So voting's only open for 1 week. Any votes that come in after that, they don't count. So those are the rules. Let's get to the results and the new matchup for the day. Alright, so the results for last week's matchup, which was Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, taking on Pauline from the Mario series. And I didn't really know what to expect with this one, because I've kind of seen a pretty, you know, a fair amount of support for kind of both the characters. So just an interesting, you know, matchup. I wanted to see who ended up getting voted, or yeah, who most of you guys voted for. So let's go to the results. Here they is. Pauline ends up taking this one. She wins 48 votes to only 34 votes for Jill Valentine. So, Jill fans, she does have a loss, but again, she's still in the tournament. She just dropped to the loser bracket, so got a bit of a tougher road. But Pauline, congrats to her. She's moving on, continuing through the winner's bracket. She's got Hat Kid in her next matchup, so we'll get to that in a few weeks once that matchup actually happens. But let's get to the matchup that happens today, which should be somewhat of an interesting one. We got a couple first-party characters here. Like I said, Karate Joe from the Rhythm Heaven franchise, I guess we'll call it here, because at least that's what the name of it is in the United States here, Rhythm Heaven. And he's taking on Captain Toad from the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker series. Yeah, something like that, but should be, okay, it's kind of, it's an interesting sort of, it's interesting sort of character. So, let's start with Captain Toad, right? So, CT, Captain Toad, Toad. Alright, my biggest point, my biggest point I will always support, I will always say, for Captain Toad, just Toads in general as a character. Toad, whether Toadette, Toadsworth, Captain Toad, whoever, Blue Toad, Red Toad, Yellow Toad, I don't care. How do we not have a playable version of Toad in the roster? Like, this is a Nintendo All-Star game. I repeat this point a lot, but I really feel this way. It's just kind of like, I'm not even that big of a fan of Toad. Where you at? There you go. I'm not even a big fan of Toad, but I personally feel like, alright, we have currently, what do we have? 74 characters, including Terry Bogard, that we know of right now. And we don't have a playable Toad, who's one of Nintendo's most, you know, recognizable characters. He's always in, you know, Mario games. He's always kind of there to help out. He's been in Mario spin-off games, Mario Kart, Mario Sports. Mario other stuff. I don't know. Mario parties, I guess you could say. He's always been around. Yes, Captain Toad is in Smash Bros. As a spirit. Isn't he in the New Donk City stage as well? But remember, that doesn't matter. Don't let that sway your vote one way or the other. If you're a fan of the character and you want to see him playable, you're allowed to vote for him. Totally fine. Totally fine. But I'm just saying, I was like that point too. Alternate costume. If Captain Toad were to be playable in Smash Bros, they gotta definitely do an alternate skin with Captain Toadette as well. So I'm just saying, makes a lot of sense. They're I'm pretty sure they're the same height. They'd have the same hitbox and all sorts of stuff like that. So very easy for a different, alternate skin, alternate costume. Very easy. So some people say Captain Toad cannot jump, right? Well, okay. I don't know if somebody's got to let me know about this. But somebody was telling me, or not telling me personally, I seen on a message board on the internet, so probably fake, but I seen the reason Captain Toad can't jump is because his backpack is so full. And I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but if his backpack is so full and he starts taking stuff out, can he be able to jump? I don't know, that was just an interesting point. Don't know if that's true or not, but again, I don't think Captain Olmar from Pikmin, I don't think he can jump either. So that's kind of a moot point. It doesn't, that's not going to go against Captain Toad in any way. I never got that argument. Doesn't make sense to me. But in terms of a moveset, there's quite a bit there. Quite a bit there. Toad, big head. He's got the the headlight or the lamp, whatever you call it. I don't know what it is. But you got that. So big head. Headbutts. Pretty simple. Easy stuff. He's got a pickaxe. Looks like a turnip cannon. Got a clear pipe cannon. Turnip pluck. He's got a mine cart. Pulls out diamonds. You could, I don't know, maybe even throw a diamond at somebody for a projectile attack. The Dragodon for the final smash, I guess. I mean, I guess it kind of works. But moveset is really not that difficult to come up with for Toad. Captain Toad in this instance, very specific. Again, it's just a character that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I really feel he should just be playable on the roster at this point. Just look at how many Nintendo characters that we have. Look at how many characters in general we have. And you're going to tell me that one of Nintendo's most recognizable characters isn't even playable? That's a little strange to me. It's a little strange to me, but maybe someday we get a playable Toad. Maybe someday we do. So, I don't know, Captain Toad. I mean, look, it was a pretty big... it sold pretty well on the Wii U, right? And then it got ported to the 3DS. No idea how that did. I never looked up numbers. But then it got ported over to the Switch. And didn't that end up getting, additional DLC as well? I think. It might have been paid DLC. But I think it got additional content for on the Switch. So, I mean, look. It came over. It was getting more support. So it just shows, okay, people are behind this. People want to see it. It ended up happening. So, hey. I mean, if regular Toad's not going to get in, Captain Toad, it's clearly just a... great choice. Just fits. It's already from the Mario universe. Yeah, you could maybe make the argument, okay, is there too many Mario characters on the roster? Are they going to be, will the roster be oversaturated with yet another Mario character? As long as they're different and, they got their own different playstyle, they can be unique in their own special way. Personally, I don't think it would be oversaturated. I don't think there would be too much of it. Again, as long as you bring something different to the table that we don't already have with another character from your series, then I'm all for it. We could have a roster of 90 characters in Smash Bros. 40 of them could be from the Mario series. As long as they're all unique and all different, I'm okay. I'd be okay with that, honestly. I'd really be okay with that. So, yeah, let's talk about Captain Toad's opponent, though. One that's kind of had a little interesting sort of history. At least the series has had kind of a interesting history of Smash Bros. So going back to the Wii U 3DS, Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven. I think there's data found and, data mines and leaks and stuff like that for potentially Rhythm Heaven rep to be playable. And while it was sort of like a... I don't want to say it's out of left field, but kind of a, out of nowhere sort of pick. All right, nobody was really thinking of that. And then just got a lot of people kind of, jumping on the train. A lot of people started supporting the series. A lot of people started supporting the character. And then, again, I'm referring to the Chorus Kids. But then people started thinking Karate Joe. Maybe he makes a bit more sense. fighting style wise, I guess, you know, if you already kind of have a fighting style, I guess it gives you sort of an edge, maybe, if Sakurai and Nintendo are going to pick a character from a series that's not really too much of a fighting game. I mean, if you can come up with an easy moveset for the character, makes a lot of sense, right? So, another big thing, I think I have a picture, right? Is it the next one? No, it must be, it's the last one. But Karate Joe, there was somebody that was posting these very somewhat convincing leaks of Karate Joe in Smash Ultimate about a year ago at this time now. I think it was on Discord, I want to say. Somebody's taking requests like, yeah, I got this video proof of Karate Joe being in the game. Let me just go to it real quick. I'll come back to this. But here we go. Yeah, somebody's like posting these images and is like, all right, so what do you want to see? So somebody supposedly in the comment section or wherever this took place said, all right, I want to see Karate Joe holding the hammer. So boom, out comes this screenshot. I don't think we ever got video. At least I never seen any of the video. But you know, my point to the whole this leak thing, this fake Karate Joe, is a lot of people are starting to get on board with the Rhythm Heaven's rep being in Smash Bros. Again. It's just kind of like, hey, they were considered, or at least the series was considered for Wii U 3DS. Maybe that topic and that series gets revisited, and we maybe get a potential rep this time around. Well, we didn't. Course Kids and Karate Joe, they're both spirits, right? Pretty sure they are. I don't remember all the spirits off the top of my head, but I mean, the Karate Joe especially just makes more sense playstyle wise. I think Course Kids can still work, but you know, in terms of, you know, just be something like really different. 3 characters in one, so to speak, stacking on top of each other, singing sort of weird stuff. I don't know, be interesting, but I don't know. Karate Joe, if the Rhythm Heaven series ends up getting a playable rep, my personal pick would be Karate Joe for the series. While Course Kids would be, you know, interesting, I think I guess I just enjoy Karate Joe a bit more. I don't know. I think he'd be kind of a fun character as well, so to speak. I think he'd be kind of fun, but Rhythm Heaven, for me, it's not really a franchise that I'm dying to see. It's not, they don't have characters that, you know, I'm attached to, that I have, you know, gaming history with. I'm not like I don't play the games. I guess I don't want to say I don't care about them, but I don't care about the series, you know. So if they got a rep, okay, I'd be willing to try them out, see how they play. Whoever it might be, Karate Joe or Course Kids, whatever it might be, I'd be okay with. Try them out. But for this one, this one's easy. I harp on it all the time. How is any version of Toad not playable yet? And yeah, for this one, Captain Toad has my vote, hands down. Very easy in this one. So it's not my number 1 Mario character I want to see, but I'd still be okay if he ends up getting on the roster someday. So that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed today's little video. Little sneak peek for tomorrow. Looks like we'll have matchup. Yeah, matchup 21. Wednesday. We'll get a double dose of Spyro. So tomorrow's matchup, Spyro the Dragon taking on 2B from Nier Automata. That should be an interesting matchup. 2B, it's her first appearance in my tournament, so always curious to see how the support shows for her. But Spyro, what I mean, double dose, we'll get the results of the other tournament's championship, Shantae against Spyro. We'll see if Spyro is able to knock off Shantae and force another game. I'm not sure. Haven't tallied up the votes. Won't do that till tomorrow night or later tonight after this video goes up. Whatever. But we'll see how Spyro does. But anyway, and then the results for tomorrow we'll get from Byleth. He was taking on Porky Minch. We'll see all that tomorrow. So today's today. I do have a second video coming out later today. Another sort of, I don't want to say it's a prediction sort of video, but it's kind of like, this is what I'd like to see for the final roster once Smash DLC is all said and done. You'll see it once it comes out. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.